This little recording is to show how you would take these percentages here and these cutoffs here and make sure your shell is at least likely to project grades correctly. So let's say you're over here in your course shell. One thing you do is you go down to settings and you should scroll down and say enable course grading scheme, set grading scheme, and then you set these so that they're equal to whatever you said they would be in your syllabus. So for example, I said 93 is the A, and I said 88 is A minus. Actually, I said 92.9. The C minus starts at 67.9. Let's see if that's accurate. 67.9 is where I actually start the C minus. Okay, so I'm not going to give any D plus. I'm not going to give any D minus. In fact, I'm not actually going to give any C minus. Personally, that's just another C. So I will give a student a C if they can make above a 67.9, but I want to essentially flag this as a really important place to stay away from, and I leave that as a gift at the end. I don't tell them that the bottom of the C is really 67.9. That's an AU specific thing I do here at this university because C minus does not count for them. So I want to keep them away from C minus by making them think I would give it. So this is just me, that's my policy. So somebody needs to get, if they get, okay, so yeah, 60 is really where my D is, so this one is wrong. I say 64 or 60? I said 60 is my lower cutoff. So I stretch this all the way down to 60. Again, that's just if they get between 60 and 67.9 that qualifies them for a D. And anything below that is an F. So those are my cutoffs, and then I'm going to name it. All right. And the thing I don't like is you can't save them for some reason and put them in other courses. I'm not really sure why. It's very bizarre. I do not know why you can't just copy this grading scheme to another course. That's really, really weird. Okay, so now the next thing I want to do is I want to go look in my assignments page, and I want to make sure that these weights are correct. And so I look at my syllabus and make sure that these match. So for example, I have over here Pearson homework is 15%. Yep, and the 2% for the icebreaker. Yep. And the quizzes I'm giving 20%. Yep. And let's see, in-class exams, I'm saying 28% because each one is 14%, and it will be averaged already. Final exam, I'm giving 12%, labs, and so forth. So I'm just checking all that, making sure that that adds up. And if I make any changes here, I can. Otherwise, then I save it. So the next thing you want to check is this is in my dev shell, so you will not see any students. But I go over to grades. So you're going to see one test student, I think. But one thing you might want to do is scroll all the way over, and you want to take this total and move to the front. It's useful to have it there, and the grade projection goes here. And then the next thing you want to do is see if you want them to get a 0 for missing assignment, this is where you put it. Otherwise, they're going to automatically drop the missing grade. So this is to apply, like this applies to your whole worksheet, your whole grade worksheet. And if you, for example, want to just give them 10% for anything that's missing, you can do that. I think my kids' schools like give 50% for missing work or something like that. And so whatever you want the missing work default to be. And if you want a late deduction, it goes there. Even though you may do this, you still have to make sure that if you're manually grading like an exam, you have to backfill the zeros. When the due date comes, you have to put zeros in for missing exams. Otherwise, they will drop them out of the average for you. And I think that's all the advice I have on how to make sure these are projecting the correct grade. it still could misfire and malfunction on you, which is why in my syllabus I give this big disclaimer, and I usually don't show the grade projections for that reason. But if you are going to show the grade projections, make sure you check all those points and make sure everything matches your syllabus, or else you will definitely have incorrect projections. Okay, hope that's helpful.